What's up, everybody? We back again. It's Jump In with Jack. I'm your man, Jack, aka Big Jack. Come on, man. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This is jumping in with Jack, but today we're gonna talk free agency again. But this time we're gonna go linebackers, man. Like obviously, we saw this year that our linebackers were subpar at best. Not gonna lie to you, par if you give them grace because they were young, but I can't give grace when we got a window with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins on the line right now. So as much as I want to say, yeah, they're young guys, this and that, we can get them next year. Listen, Burrow and Chase and T are getting older and older each year, so we can't keep going through this process over. They're young, so we're trying to get them in. We're trying to get them going and get them understanding what the NFL is. I get that, but they say, "Oh, well, we saw improvement the last 5 games." Listen, I understand that, but I'm not counting the last 5 games. Like the rest of the season didn't happen. Like the last 12 didn't happen. We still have 12 games of previous film that we can go off of. Seeing that we got rid of Logan Wilson, Oren Burke was not who we thought he was, and he was just a special teamer. Thank you, appreciate it. But we need help at linebacker. So today we're gonna go over 4 guys, well, 3 guys in an honorable mention that I think can come in and help us immediately on the defense side of the ball at that linebacker spot. So starting off first, we're gonna go with a guy that y'all probably know very well. Uh, I'm gonna go with Quay Walker, Green Bay Packers. He's gonna be a free agent this year. I think he will be a great set piece for this new defense. Obviously, with Al Golden needing a guy who's versatile, can do multiple things. I think Quay Walker fits that bill. I think he definitely fits the bill in the sense of he can go play coverage. He can go attack the run game. The Packers are really good at controlling the ball on the defense side of the ball. Sadly, they lost to the Bears because their fourth quarter performance, but just still, I just think Quay Walker would be a great addition. He was one of the top guys this year when it came to linebackers. Not saying the top guy, excuse me. Not saying the top guy, but he was a guy that people are looking at this year as a big offseason, could be a big offseason addition. And I think he would be a big offseason addition for the Cincinnati Bengals. Next up, let's talk to him, man. Let's go ahead and get about it. Tell me your comments if you got a guy right now that you think could help the linebacking core for the Cincinnati Bengals. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's get a little bit interactive. Let's see who y'all think would be a great addition to the linebacking core or just the defense in general. Let's just really talk football. Cincinnati Bengals football. But if you got your team, if you want to argue your team, let's do it. Because I still love the banter back and forth. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, jump the letter in with Jack. Come follow me. But continuing on, we got another guy here. He's a more older guy, but I think he will still do. Older as in he's in his late, well, he's in his early 30s. Um, but in the NFL, early 30s is old. So this guy is Matt Milano. We know right now he's been a big part of the Bills defense. He's the reason why that they were okay with getting rid of Tremaine Edmonds, sending him to Chicago, and sitting with Matt Milano. Matt Milano has always been a great piece for them. He's smart. He can tackle. He's a for sure tackler. He does well in open space. He can cover. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there and try to force a fumble. I think he only had one this year, but I think the previous year he had about one or two as well. So he's a great guy to have in the locker room. He does well with pairing with another linebacker. So I think him and Demetrius Knight would be a great tandem. I think them both being heat seeking, get ball, see ball, get ball guys would be perfect, especially when it comes to the run game. And that's where we struggled this year. But I think also in the pass game, I think he'll be smarter to help Demetrius Knight and even Barrett Carter if he's in the game understand where they need to be and understand where their help is. Because there was a couple times this year you saw where Barrett Carter was chasing when he didn't need to. Demetrius Knight was chasing when he didn't need to. And I think that comes from being on teams where they had to do a little more. And not saying I'm not downplaying South Carolina, I'm not downplaying Clemson, because both of those teams had great defenses. But I think it was more so they did certain things, they did more things for their team. So they're used to going the extra mile. When in the NFL, you going the extra mile could put your defense in danger. So I think this will be a great addition to help not only tutor one Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight, but also prepare them. So if Matt Milano does only get a 2-year, 3-year deal, Barrett Carter come a 2-year deal. Let's just say they trying to keep him just to give time for Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight to come into what they want them to be. I think this will be a great guy to be that teacher, that next stepping stone, but also can be a starter right now. And if Barrett Carter needs to sit back and watch reps and take in and understand what he needs to do, this would be a great guy to bring in the mentor. So, not to mention Demetrius Knight as well, the same sentiment that puts Demetrius Knight with a guy who understands the NFL game, understands where he needs to be, understands from both sides, from being either the green dot or even the weak side linebacker or the other linebacker on the field. So I think this is a perfect addition for the Cincinnati Bengals linebacker core. And as a very, very veteran presence in that room, which they need, a guy who knows what winning is, a guy who knows how to win, a guy who knows the position, front, back, however you want to put it. Um, I think this would be a great way to be able to put another veteran in that room. Uh, This guy, we're gonna go into the next guy, number three, and this is one that I think would be a great way to put Barrett Carter on the field earlier than have him sit here and put Barrett Carter on the field the very next year to see if your transformation worked. But Demario Davis, he's 37 years old. I understand that. He's older, but he's seen everything. He's been against everyone. So I think this will be a great guy to add it to the locker room because one, he's a veteran presence. He's used to a 4-3 defense. He has very, very high IQ. He's a monster of a linebacker. He's still feared to this, even today at 37 years old. He's still feared as a linebacker. He's still on people's scout reports. He still knows how to fit the run well. He still plays in pass coverage very well. I think this will be a great guy to add to the team because he's not gonna ever be lost. So, with that being the case, we can now say Demetrius, just like in the case of Matt Milano, I think he's another guy that says, okay, hey, listen, bro, you got to be here. If you're not here, you're gonna mess me up. Okay, so you need to be checking here and here. I know what I got to do. Just make sure you're checking here and here. If there's nothing there, do your responsibility of dropping back or making sure this quarterback doesn't leave the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So like he brings that veteran presence to never put us in a position again, like Matt Milano, where we're not looking lost. Not to mention, I think he'll be a great communicator for if we do have a new free safety, that a young free safety back there. I think it would be good to have a veteran, that type of tenured veteran in the middle of the defense to be able to communicate with that young safety to be like, hey, bro, I got you, I got you, I got you. Yeah, yeah. Because I feel like that helps out so much more for a young safety to have somebody who knows what he needs to cover and then he knows the defense. So it doesn't matter, where everybody is. He knows what's going on. No matter from the left to the right, no matter to the right to the left, no matter behind him or in front of him. He knows what's going on. And not to mention that puts our team in a better situation because I feel like on third down those second and mediums, that's where we got killed. Because third and long, second and medium, I feel like linebackers were lost. And with that being the case, safeties didn't do better because when the linebackers lost, that means free runs in the middle of the field. That means free runs to the flats if they're supposed to be in the flats, or they're leaving a space. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like this guy, Demario Davis, will be a great addition to be able to seal off and put great knowledge into one Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight, but also to the defense. If we do our offseason game plan of getting veterans in certain spots and then putting young guys inserting young guys, top tier young guys into certain spots, i.e. Caleb Downs at free safety and Jordan Battle at strong safety, and how we had Jordan Battle at strong safety this year. I'm not saying he's a young guy, but he's still counting as a young guy, and I can still tell that he's still learning. DJ Turner and Dax Hill, become even more of an asset because now they don't have to worry. They're not worrying about the middle of the field because guess what? We got a linebacker in there who's helping this other young Demetrius Knight learn and be better at the position to be able to now become what Demario Davis was for the New Orleans Saints. He still is the green. I mean, he was still the green dot this year for the Saints. So that says a lot. At 37 years old, you're still the green dot. So I still think that would be a great addition to the team and be able to put us in a great spot going into the next season, especially with a guy given a full tenure to try to, a full, I would say 2-year deal to get a full repetition and a full understanding of the first year obviously will be a full understanding, but second year it will be able to get him to be like, okay, bro, I'm passing this off. If you need help, let me know, but I'm letting you run the show, Demetrius Knight. Because at that point, Demetrius Knight will be 3 years in. And hopefully at that time, well, obviously it'll probably be a new DC because I don't think Zach Taylor's lasting another year. But I think this would be the way to be able to focus and got our young guys into a better spot and mentally to the next level of for NFL football. Because I feel like right now we're still doing certain college things that we got away with, but you can't get away with those things in the NFL because they're gonna make you pay. And they made us pay this year. When Demetrius Knight was out of position, they threw to where he left. When Barrett Carter was out of position, they threw to where he left. And a lot of times that's what killed us. So this year, I want a guy that's experienced to be able to come in, take that starting spot, and have Demetrius Knight, because I know we're not going to bench our second round pick. Have Demetrius Knight on one spot, have our tenured guy in another spot, Barrett Carter to come in and probably take Demetrius Knight out, or keep Demetrius Knight in, Barrett Carter come in and take the old guy out. Or if we want to, still, let Barrett Carr ride the bench for a little while. Get the understanding. Get the mental reps. So then he comes in, and when he comes in, he's not lost at all. It's straight to business. I like that idea. I really do. But we're gonna move on, man. Last but not least, and this is my honorable mention. He's the brother of the he's one of the brothers that wasn't in the AFC Championship this year. But Caden Ellis from the Atlanta Falcons. I think he's a really good linebacker. Not saying he's over there, tearing it up, making putting the league on notice, but I think he is a good linebacker. I think he could come in and do the job that Al Golden needs for him to do. I think he would be again, another guy that Demetrius Knight and Bear Carter can bounce ideas off of, talk football, get understanding, so then that we're not in a situation where we're in this year where we felt like we were lost in certain areas. But again, I think he's another guy can come in. He can create turnovers. He had a forced fumble and an interception here in this year, 3.5 sacks. I think he can come in again, be a guy in the run game, be a guy in pass coverage, but also give us a lot of different things inside of our defense that we didn't have last year. I think Barrett Carter was a lot of the times lost in certain cases. I think Demetrius Knight was lost more so in the pass coverage game, but also I think he over pursued a lot in the run game. Barrett Carter was the same way. I think he was okay in the run game, but then I felt like he got washed down a lot. I felt like he picked the wrong gap and got washed down. So it was a couple times where, and then the pass game again. That's I think in certain coverages, especially in the sense of, I'll just say cover three or quarters. I saw a lot of times where I feel like he was doing the extra mile to try to make sure the flat was covered instead of just staying in his spot, expecting the flat to do his job. And that's trusting the man next to you to do his responsibility because his responsibility is the flat. Curl the flat or match. If it's matched, then yeah, I understand it. But if it's not matched, bro, you need to cover your spot. Because when you don't cover your spot, You leave a spot open, and quarterbacks see that. Offensive coordinator scheme against that. They're gonna throw candy in front of your face. They know you're gonna take the candy, and then they're gonna throw right behind you for a big gain or for a touchdown. So I just want us to be more diligent on who we choose here because these four guys right here could come in. If we take two of these four guys, I love it. I would take Caden Ellis and Demario Davis right now. Matt Milano and Caden Ellis. I'll take Quay Walker and Caden Ellis. Quay Walker and Matt Milano. Quay Walker and Demario Davis. I think two of those guys in that linebacker room would be great. But again, this is just my personal opinion because I feel like as a fan, we saw a lot this year where our linebackers lost. And I think they need guidance. We got rid of our guidance when we got rid of Logan Wilson. Not saying Logan Wilson is the greatest linebacker to be able to teach somebody, but again, he is a tenured linebacker. He's a guy that understands, seen it all, played against it all. So I think these four guys will be a great addition to the Cincinnati Bengals. But again, leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me who you think would be a great addition to our defense. Tell me who you think in the linebacker room would be a great additional piece to the linebacker room or to any room in the defensive core. But if you want to talk your team or other teams, let's talk it. I'm here. But again, I'm Jack, aka Big Jack. This is Jumping In with Jack, and we are out.
Where were you at when I popped off? Riding the coupe with the top off. I cannot fuck with no knockoff. I'm in the stool like a pop star. Damn it, I feel like an outlaw. You wanna talk what about, dog? I'm in the room with the outlaws. I'm in the room with the outlaws. Let me deliver the home run. I'm calling this one a walk off.